Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 1 of an Elder Scrolls Online Gates of Oblivion Epilogue walkthrough. I've taken this character that I did the Blackwood walkthrough on, and now I've completed the Deadlands, so I've unlocked the final few quests for all of last year's content. I went over here to Western Skyrim so that I could show you what happens after you finish both zones. Whenever you go into Blackwood, this happens. Well, is it gonna happen?
Mortal, a word.
That happens. Hey Lyranth, what's up?
We stopped the Waking Flames' threat to Blackwood and saved Fargrave from the Incarnates, but many questions remain unanswered. Mehrunes Dagon is still a threat to your world, mortal, and there are things I still wish to learn. Will you aid me again?
I will. What do you need, Lyranth?
I want to resume our search for the fourth ambition, and we should track down the other ambitions, Sombren and Kalia. They need to rejoin us before Mehrunes Dagon's lackeys find them. I also want to know why Dagon is interested in the Anchorite.
So how do we proceed?
We must return to Fargrave. Check with my contacts there. I have also given Eveli the task to search through the Longhouse Emperor's documents to look for more clues pertaining to the fourth ambition. She will meet us in Fargrave's Plaza of Portals.
Awesome. Get to hang out with Eveli again. Alright, I'll meet you and Eveli in the Plaza of Portals in Fargrave.
The window of opportunity closes quickly, mortal. Both for what I still wish to learn, and for you to save your world. Mehrunes Dagon has been thwarted twice, but that will only make him more dangerous next time. Let us go meet up with the Wood Elf.
Remind me, what's going on, Lyranth?
Do you seek praise?
Yes.
You have done as I asked and been compensated. That is the mortal custom, is it not?
It is.
You want more? Very well. You helped me unravel the Longhouse Emperor's secrets in Blackwood, where we discovered 3 of the 4 ambitions.
Right, Sombren, Destron, and Kalia.
Yes, but Destron was killed during the battle with the Order of the Waking Flames High Priest. Still, we kept Sombren and Kalia out of Mehrunes Dagon's hands. Now they wander the Deadlands with the Mysterium Xarxes, learning to control their powers.
Right, and we stopped another sect of the cult from conquering Fargrave.
So you do remember. Yes, in that Oblivion realm, we learned about the Cataclysts and the process for creating incarnates before you destroyed the devices. And we met the Anchorite, heir to the Longhouse bloodline. Dagon seemed very interested in her.
So how do we find Sombren and Kalia? Do you know where they are?
No, but perhaps one of my contacts in Fargrave has heard whispers of powerful mortals hiding in the Deadlands. We will turn our attention to locating the ambitions after we talk to Eveli, and see what she has learned.
What do you hope Eveli can turn up by searching through the Longhouse documents?
You and the Wood Elf uncovered many documents in the Imperial vaults. We barely had time to examine them before other tasks drew our attention. Maybe they will reveal the location or the identity of the fourth ambition. One can only hope.
Why are you still involved in all this, Lyranth?
My curiosity is not yet sated. There are still things I wish to know about Mehrunes Dagon's plans and the creation of the ambitions. I intend to learn these and other things. Since our goals align, why not continue to work together?
Okay. Alright, so apparently we have to go back to Fargrave. Yeah, right here. Gotcha.
What madness! Going into the Deadlands, to Mehrunes Dagon's own roost, to spit in his eye. And they survived.
unicorns! This place is amazing! Hey, friend. Good to see you.
Eveli, I'm so happy to see you.
This place is incredible! Investigator Vale never went to Oblivion in any of her stories, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I was nervous when Lyranth said I had to use a portal to get here, but this is great! And you're here now, so it's even better.
Lyranth said she asked you to look through the Longhouse Emperor's documents. Did you find anything?
A lot of crazy talk about conquest, Mehrunes Dagon, and staining the world with the blood of their enemies, but nothing more about the ambitions. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I definitively could tell that Emperor Leovic had certain records destroyed.
I'm not sure how we'll locate the fourth ambition if you couldn't find anything in the documents.
Yeah, sorry. I know Lyranth was counting on me to come up with some clue to follow. I thought I had a lead about one of their holdings, but I hit a dead end. It seems like the Longhouse Emperors took all the information with them to their graves.
What else have you been doing since we last saw each other?
Mostly helping out around Leowin. And I did a couple of small tasks for Governor Keshu, rounding up a few stray cultists, that sort of thing. Otherwise, it's been pretty quiet. Until Lyranth contacted me, that is.
Did Lyranth tell you what happened in Fargrave and the Deadlands?
She gave me the highlights. Weird Cataclysm devices, Sister Seldina, that evil Knockfrost guy. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. I can't wait to meet the Anchorite, though. I always thought about getting a mask. Like the Green Hood or the Scarlet Judge.
The Scarlet Judge. Yep, we've got that costume. How did Lyranth contact you?
She sent one of her creepy followers to bring me messages.
Okay.
That Rogatina woman. Letters mostly, but Lyranth did stop by to give me final instructions on how to get to Fargrave. I got to use a portal key. That was exciting.
Awesome.
The Longhouse documents were no help, and I still haven't heard any word from my contacts. Our next chance can be found at the House of Whims.
The House of Whims? That sounds intriguing.
Meet me at the House of Whims. It's time to explore the Anchorite's memories.
Wait up, Eveli!
Right behind you, partner.
Anchorite, Mehrunes Dagon was particularly interested in you at Ardent Hope. We must examine your memories.
So you're the Anchorite, huh? Neat mask.
Thanks. I like your bow, too.
Let us begin. Mortal, use the memory vessel to capture fragments of the Anchorite's recollections as the ritual progresses.
You want me to do what?
So that's the Anchorite, huh? Neat mask. I hope she's all right with this. You better follow this Madam Whim's instructions and start the ritual.
Alright, it's so cool to see the Anchorite and Eveli in the same story.
Lyranth asked me to help the Anchorite sort out her restored memories, so I devised this ritual. Take the memory vessel and we will begin. This is a delicate process, and I make no promises. We may learn what Lyranth wants, or we may not.
Madam Whim has agreed to try to untangle the Anchorite's restored memories. Since we have no leads on the fourth ambition, or where to look for Sombren and Kalia, we must resort to this. Let us get on with it, mortal. Stop wasting time talking to me.
Okay, I'll get on with it.
I know I agreed to take part in this ritual, but now I'm not so sure. Since my memories all came flooding back to me, I haven't been able to make sense of a fraction of them. I'm not sure what Madam Whim will find, or if it will actually help.
Do you want me to call off the ritual?
No, not at all. I just doubt we're going to turn up anything useful. I got 20 years of memories restored in a few seconds. It may take more than a single ritual to sift through them all. Besides, there may not be any that can actually help us.
Your father was a Longhouse Emperor, and your mother a high-ranking cultist. There must be something.
Maybe. So far, though, I've had no luck making sense of all the memories. they still feel like they belong to somebody else, you know?
I understand.
Hey, have you noticed that Lyranth is more serious than usual? A little more scary? Probably nothing, right?
Maybe. We still need to find out how Mehrunes Dagon knows you and why he's interested in you.
Yeah. Strange doesn't even begin to cover how I felt when he addressed me directly at Ardent Hope. Well, go ahead and grab the memory vessel and let's get this started. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some answers after all.
Alright, we can always try it. I guess this is the memory vessel right here. Empty memory vessel. An ornate bowl used to collect memory fragments.
Use the vessel to collect the memory fragments when they appear. I will use the Anchorite's amulet as a focus.
Is this supposed to hurt?
There, a memory fragment. Take it.
She is my blood. The legacy of the Longhouse Emperors flows through her veins.
Keep going. We're close.
Another memory fragment. Take it before it disperses.
How can I help?
No! Get out of the way, Bastion!
You are a tool, nothing more. Fulfill your purpose, or you will be discarded.
No! Please, make it stop!
You're hurting her! Stop! Stop this now!
Foolish mortals! You try my patience!
I think I'm going to be sick. Everything is spinning.
What did you see?
Images, snatches of memory. But it all happened too fast. Like a leaf caught in a river during a storm. Everything was rushing by. It was so violent. Ask Madam Whim if she can make any sense out of what you captured in the memory vessel.
The Wood Elf had no right to stop the ritual. It was not her decision to make. Without any other lead, the Anchorite's memories were our best chance to determine Mehrunes Dagon's plans. Now we have nothing.
We still have the memory vessel. Maybe Madam Whim can make sense of the memories we gathered.
You seek to quell my anger by suggesting we may still salvage something from this debacle. Very well. Show the memory vessel to Madam Whim. Let her tell us what it contains before I take my leave.
Leave? Where are you going?
Do I seem tense? Well, you and Eveli seem oddly calm for creatures whose very plane of existence is under threat. Do you enjoy it here in Fargrave? Shall this sandpit be your sanctuary once Mehrunes Dagon conquers your world? Go. Deal with Whim.
Yeah, unfortunately it lagged and I hit it.
When in doubt, speak with
I hit the button a second time and I missed what she said.
The Anchorite's memories are too scattered, unfocused. She has not yet come to grips.
Okay, before we do this, I want to talk to Eveli. Let's see what Eveli says.
That went too far. Did they really need to torture the Anchorite to get answers? There has to be another way.
Is that why you stopped the ritual?
I won't stand by and watch someone suffer like that. Madam Whim and Lyranth seemed fine with it, of course. Maybe it's a mortal thing. Or just a me thing. Either way, Lyranth looks like she wants to tear my head off. But I don't regret it.
Why do you think Lyranth's so upset?
I'm not sure. She's acting strange.
I agree.
Something's going on with her. Why does she care so much about Mehrunes Dagon and the ambitions anyway? It has to be more than just her Daedric curiosity, because she sure doesn't care what happens to Nirn.
Yeah. It's pretty fishy.
The Anchorite's memories are too scattered, unfocused. She has not yet come to grips with the fact that these newly restored memories belong to her. Let me see the memory vessel. Perhaps we were able to gather something useful after all.
Here's the memory vessel.
Ah, this is a very early memory. The Anchorite as a babe, hearing her father's voice. I can use this, yes.
What about the second fragment?
Another early memory, but this time her father's voice is cold, commanding. These fragments vibrate with emotional veracity, a signature of sorts. I can use that to scry the location of the Longhouse Emperor, or, more accurately, his soul.
Why do we care where the soul of the Longhouse Emperor is?
If you find the Emperor, you can talk to him. Get the information you need directly from Moricar himself. I sense he is imprisoned in the Deadlands, in the Brandfire Reformatory. Take the Anchorite's amulet. It will lead you to the Emperor's soul.
How will the amulet lead us to Emperor Moricar's soul?
As I understand it, the amulet was a gift from father to daughter. Its connection to Moricar is strong. Use it in the Reformatory and it will lead you to him. However, what state his soul will be in after decades of torture, I do not know.
Alright, we're gonna go back to the Brandfire Reformatory.
It's my amulet and my memories, so I'm going with you.
Very well. Take the Anchorite and explore this memory. See where it leads. Meanwhile, I will begin the hunt for Sombren and Kalia.
You shouldn't go alone, Lyranth. I'll join you.
How distrustful, Eveli. Fine. Mortal, we will find you when we have word.
Alright, Anchorite, come with me.
I'll meet you at the Brandfire Reformatory. I want to see this memory or lost soul or whatever it is when we find it.
Okay.
Use the portal to the burn in the nearby plaza. That will take you to the Deadlands and close to the Brandfire Reformatory. Once inside, use the amulet to summon the lingering emotional signatures from the memory fragments to lead you to Moricar.
Alright, let's get going. That was interesting dialogue, but I'm ready to go to Brandfire Reformatory. Go fight some stuff and see what happens. She said take the portal to the burn, which makes sense. We wouldn't want to take the one to the sever, because that would be further away. And actually, we should have just taken a way shrine, because this is still way too far away.
Come and take us!
Charge!
Alright, we're at Brandfire Reformatory.
This is it. Madame Whim said the amulet would guide us to Emperor Moricar's soul. Go ahead and use it.
Anchorite, how did you get here ahead of me?
A wisp! Let's follow it. I wonder how many souls are trapped in this place. Don't think this is what the Longhouse Emperors expected when they made their bargain with Mehrunes Dagon. A hidden door. I think we need to go in there.
I think I remember going to this door and realizing I couldn't get through it. This is why.
That looks like some sort of forge. I wonder if it still works.
Waking Flame Journal. From the Journal of Devastator Kashi, or Hashi. The ineffable forge, Mehrunes Dagon smelts his war machines here. It is a place that smells of fire, brimstone, and agony. This forge is cold, but it still echoes with the memory of the great flames that once burned here. Lord Dagon's power reverberates through these walls. His essence hums beneath the stone. I wish to unlock the secrets of this place. The Forge Master seems long gone, and there is no kind of instruction on how these great tools worked. So I must piece it together myself if I am to learn anything. I will record my findings in this journal. There are small objects spread about in disarray. I believe they are Lucents, but I do not know their purpose. They are mostly inert, though it seems like they were once writhing with power. Scattered around this place are various discharge labrums with deep impressions in them. I have read a great deal about how these discharge labrums are integral to Daedric wars. It looks like the Lucents might fit inside them. Could that be how they are imbued with power? The furnace itself needs energy to run. Quite a good amount of it, too. Could the Lucents be the key? I must endeavor to find out.
Free us mortals now.
Oh,
Did you hear that? It sounded like it came from the furnace.
Yeah, and it was Emperor Leovic. Furnace door.
The furnace door is sealed tight. Why would my amulet lead us here?
Open the door. Your Emperor commands it.
The same voice from my memory. Emperor Moricar. There's a discharge labrum there. We need to find and charge some Lucents.
Yep. There's one. Any others laying around? Oh, she wants me to talk to her. Come on, Anchorite, talk to me. Looks like I've lost connection or something.
The door opened. All I see is a chunk of slag.
Okay. Well, she won't talk to me now, I guess. She wouldn't talk to me the whole time. So weird. I don't know what that's all about.
Release us. Obey your Emperor.
Before you try anything else, let's talk.
Right, I guess now I'm supposed to talk to her. There's some sort of bug. But I still can't talk to her now. Alright, I am going to... You know what? Let's see if I dismiss Bastion, if that will help. No, it still doesn't help. Alright, I'm going to try logging out, logging back in. Okay, now it's opening and closing constantly. Alright, let's see if she'll talk to me.
There's no doubt about it.
Here we go.
The voice came out of that chunk of slag. And it sounds just like Emperor Moricar's voice from my memory. He wants us to free him. Do you think we should?
We came here to find the souls of the Longhouse Emperors. Any thoughts on how to set them free?
You've seen this place. It's all about torture. I think they fused the souls of the Emperors into that chunk of metal. Seems like a fitting punishment for anyone who incurred Mehrunes Dagon's wrath. But we need to free them to talk to them.
Any idea on how we accomplish that?
We need to ignite the furnace to melt the slag. I spotted 2 more discharge labrums. If we take that charged lucent and stick it in one, that might get us halfway there. We'll need to find a second lucent, though.
Let's go.
There are 2 other discharge labrums. If we can find another lucent, we might be able to ignite the furnace.
Okay.
I think we need to ignite the furnace to melt down that slag. Hopefully, that will release whoever is trapped inside, whether it's really Emperor Moricar or not.
How do we ignite the furnace?
The furnace has 2 other discharge labrums connected to it. If we move the charged lucent you found to one of them, we'll need to find another lucent for the second. Once both are active, that should ignite the furnace.
Okay, but then the door will close. If I remove it from here, the door will close. I'm not sure that that's such a good idea. But okay, I'll put it in here. But the problem is, I need a second one. Unless there's an elevator somewhere. I don't see any elevators. Maybe this is one? Aha, here we go.
Look, up there, a lucent. Place the charged lucent in that discharge labrum by the wall.
It's up there, alright. No problem, just take this one. Let's go over here. Go to the forge balcony. Grab the lucent.
Over here, there's a dynamis font. Let's charge that lucent.
Where's the dynamis font? Right there? Okay.
That worked! The lucent is charged. Now place it in one of the discharge labrums.
Nope, don't want to do that one. I want to do this one. And then I'm going to need to get this one out of here since we no longer need this. And put it in this one.
The furnace ignited. Good job.
Released at last. Who must we thank for our freedom?
Okay, we've got Emperor Dorkarok, Emperor Leovic, and Emperor Moricar. So let's talk to Dorkarok first.
I still taste the blood of my enemies, those I crushed beneath my heel. This prison is an insult. I am a conqueror, a god in my own right. My teeth have shred the flesh of hundreds, thousands. I demand the respect I deserve.
Who are you?
Has the mortal world already forgotten the name of Dorkarok, the Black Drake, first of the Longhouse Emperors? The plan was mine. Mine! The blood of the Reach sings with fury in my veins. How dare Mehrunes Dagon betray my legacy?
Mehrunes Dagon is my enemy. Tell me about this plan of yours.
Lies. You have the tongue of a liar, and I will rip it from your mouth. I will not be swayed by your words. I won't let you betray me. The power promised by the Pact is mine by right. You cannot have it. Away with you!
Alright, I'll get my information from Leovic then.
This is not freedom. No, simply a respite from the darkness. I remember the traitors at my gates, the blade of the usurper slicing through my flesh. But I hid them away. I did my best to fulfill the bargain.
Who are you?
I am Leovic, last of the Longhouse Emperors. But who are you? You have the stink of the traitorous Varen about you. That snake. I knew he was coming. I knew I had to take action. Preserve the plan. Keep the secret. Salvage the contingency.
Okay, so, I don't know why he says I stink of the traitor's Varen. I don't think this character has ever met the Prophet. So I don't know why he said that. Tell me about this plan.
It started with my grandfather. But it was my father who passed the responsibility to me. It was all part of the bargain the Black Drake made with Mehrunes Dagon. We would prepare the 4 ambitions, and in return, our family would rule forever.
So what happened?
I took action. I moved the ambitions to new vaults. Safe vaults. But before I could do more, the usurper murdered me. And how did Mehrunes Dagon reward me? By locking me away in a block of metal. And the secret of the Longhouse Emperors died with me.
Alright. And here's Moricar.
An eternity of agony. This was not what the Prince of Destruction promised. I did everything the Black Drake commanded. Everything the High Priest instructed. And I gave precise orders to my son. So why the torture? And why is the weapon here?
Emperor Moricar, I need to ask you about your daughter.
Daughter? You mean the weapon? Why have you brought her here? You cannot let her fall into the hands of Mehrunes Dagon. He reneged on his promise to us. I see no reason to keep our part of the bargain now.
Weapon? What are you talking about?
You did not know? The girl is one of the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon.
She's the 4th one.
But she's
okay.
not like the other 3. Oh, no. I made a few modifications of my own to the High Priest's ritual. She is not just an ambition. She is my contingency.
Alright, so I suspected she was the 4th ambition, but then it kind of acted like she wasn't. And I was like, alright, she's something different. But apparently she is the 4th ambition, but she's also something different. Contingency?
An emperor never relies on a single strategy. We were promised power if we delivered the ambitions at the appointed time. But Daedric princes are not to be trusted. So I prepared Mairead as a weapon that could deal with Dagon, should the need arise.
Deal with Mehrunes Dagon? How?
My daughter, the 4th ambition, she's the key. Along with the other ambitions, she can call forth the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That was my contingency, in case the Prince of Destruction lied, and we needed to send him back to the Deadlands.
Is this true? Is the Anchorite really the 4th ambition?
The Anchorite? Is that what you call Mairead? Ah, use her. Her and the ambitions. Bring my vengeance to the prince who betrayed us. Go to the Isle of Joys, a retreat not far from here. All the details are there. Ah, someone comes. My ambitions.
The other ambitions? Where?
I'm an ambition? One of those people Lyranth was talking about? How is that possible?
We are not property or playthings, Moricar.
Sombren, no!
You are what we created you to be.
You wanted a weapon? Then taste my power!
Oh, Sombren.
Oh my
Why?
god. Wow.
Hey, friend. We better talk.
Yeah. Who should I talk to first? Okay, so if I talk to Eveli, it's going to end all of this discussion, so I'll talk to her last.
I didn't think Sombren was going to do something so dramatic.
Yeah, me either.
I have to forgive him. He's been very intense lately.
What do you mean, intense?
I'm not sure how else to describe it. When we first arrived in the Deadlands, he insisted he could help me control my powers, that I could practice without fear of hurting anyone. But lately he's been different. Almost desperate.
What do you mean, desperate?
He spends most of his time reading that strange book, searching desperately for answers. He's obsessed with our power, trying so hard to understand it. But the more frustrated he gets, the more he pulls away. And now, this... I'm worried about him.
What was that about a strange book?
You must remember, the book Eveli gave him, Lyranth called it the Mysterium Xarxis. He's become obsessed with it. He's sure the answer to controlling our powers hides somewhere among its pages, and he pores over them at every opportunity.
You think the book is affecting him, the way it bothered Eveli?
Not in the same way. I don't think he's having dreams or anything. Sombren's always been passionate, but since Destron died, his rage has been growing, and the frustration and desperation makes that rage harder, sharper. And what he just did...
Have you talked to Sombren about any of this?
I've tried, but he wants to protect me. He doesn't want to burden me with the weight he's carrying. I think he needs to work this out for himself. I just hope he can do that soon, before he lets that rage and frustration destroy him.
Yeah, he's definitely got some issues.
I almost decided not to accompany Lyranth, but now I'm glad she insisted. How else would I have gotten the opportunity to punish the Longhouse Emperors for what they did to us? Finding the last ambition? That's just a welcome surprise.
Why did you destroy the souls of the Emperors? We could have learned more from them.
I have no interest in more of their lies, and neither should you. I gave the Longhouse Emperors exactly what they wanted. My power. Besides, they'll reform in this place eventually. I just couldn't allow them to corrupt the last ambition.
What do you mean, corrupt her?
Those men were evil when they were alive. Do you think an existence of torture in the Deadlands would change that? The last ambition needs to learn from Kalia and me. I sense that same power inside her that courses through us. We belong together.
Emperor Moricar suggested there was a way to defeat Mehrunes Dagon using the ambitions.
A fantasy. We can't hope to stand against the Prince of Destruction. Look, I've learned a lot since last we spoke. Too much to explain, and too little that you would understand. It's time for the ambitions to take our destiny in our own hands.
That man, Sombren, he seems familiar. But why did he destroy the Emperors?
I don't know.
There was so much more I wanted to ask, especially of Moricar.
Yeah.
I can't quite bring myself to call him father. But what Moricar said, is it true? Am I an ambition?
That seems to be the case. Maybe we should talk to Sombren and Kalia about this.
Maybe. But familiar or not, they're still strangers. We came here for answers. And while I learned something, it feels like all I got was more questions.
Emperor Moricar said it was possible to use the ambitions to defeat Mehrunes Dagon.
Right. Moricar said the answers were waiting at the Isle of Joys. I have no idea where that might be. Look, your friend Eveli wants to talk to you, and I need a moment to think this through. But don't worry, I'm with you to the end. I promise.
Okay. See, what I'm worried about is if we need all of the ambitions, one of them's dead. So, if we need all four, we're screwed because we can't get all four. One of them's dead.
I am not all right with what just happened. Lyranth and I managed to find Sombren and Kalia. We convinced them to come with us. But I had no idea he was going to explode those poor ghosts. Did I hear correctly? The Anchorite is the last ambition?
Yep, you heard correctly. That's what Emperor Moricar's spirit told us. Hopefully it doesn't skip dialogue here. Oh,
That's just... Did you have any idea? Well, I guess that makes it easy enough. Now we know where all the ambitions are. Did you learn anything else before Sombren blasted them into non-existence?
Moricar said the Emperors had a contingency plan. We can learn about it on the Isle of Joys.
Wait a moment. I know that name. Remember Lyranth had me comb through the Longhouse Emperor's documents? That name was listed as one of their hunting retreats. But I couldn't find any other information. Do you know where it is?
Moricar said it was a retreat located not too far from the Brandfire Reformatory.
That's why the map didn't make sense. It wasn't a map of Tamriel. It's the Deadlands. All right, my friend. Let's go see what we can find at the Isle of Joys. Mehrunes Dagon could move against us at any moment.
Okay, so if we had not talked to them all, we could say, I need a moment to speak to our allies. It's good that that's in here in case you make that mistake, but no, we've already talked to them. I'm ready to go to the Isle of Joys.
You're one of us, Anchorite. An ambition. Do you know what that means?
I don't know a lot of things, it seems.
I can answer your questions. Come with us, to a place meant only for ambitions. I'll show you.
No. We need to stay together.
I'm sorry, Lyranth. I need to do this.
Damn it.
Oh,
that was a
Anchorite.
mistake that may cost us dearly.
Oh. Why?
If I were the Anchorite, I'd want answers too. I still have a bad feeling about this, though. Something about Sombren was off.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being so quick to anger back in Blackwood.
Do you think we should go after them?
As much as I want to, no. Someone has to investigate the Isle of Joys. We should stick together and take care of that. The Anchorite, though, she'll be all right, right?
The Anchorite can handle herself.
Good to hear. I barely know her, so I wasn't sure. Besides, Kellier's with them. She'll keep Sombren from doing anything too crazy, I'm sure. We just have to trust that the Anchorite knows what she's doing. Everything will be fine. Now let's go!
I hope you're right, Eveli.
Mortals. Always so unpredictable. As annoying as that is, perhaps that's what keeps me so interested. You and Eveli head to the Isle of Joys. See what you can find there. I will follow the Anchorite. I want to keep an eye on Sombren.
Do you know this place Sombren was talking about?
No, and his erratic behavior worries me. Mortal minds were not meant to read the Mysterium Xarxes. I'm wary about him separating the Anchorite from us as well. We're going to need her once you determine the nature of this contingency plan.
You seemed pretty angry when the Anchorite decided to go with Sombren and Kalia.
My reaction is irrelevant. The Anchorite recently had her memories returned to her and has yet to make sense of them all. Now she discovers she's also an ambition of Mehrunes Dagon, and a tool of a father she didn't know. I understand her motivations.
How will you follow them?
Have you not realized after all this time that I have my ways, little mortal? I found Sombren and Kalia once. I can do so again. In the meantime, you and Eveli should search the Isle of Joys. We must discover this plan that Emperor Moricar spoke of.
Alright, I'll head to the Isle of Joys. So it's supposedly near the Brandfire Reformatory. I wonder why we haven't found it in all this time. In all this time we've been trudging around in Brandfire Reformatory. Why haven't we come across... What is going on? Finally. Well, that was strange. I got a message that I was dropped from the server because I exceeded the message rate limit. I wonder if maybe there's something, maybe an add-on I'm using that's causing a problem. I doubt it, but something weird is going on. I've never gotten that message before. Why can't I mount right now? Oh, okay. Alright, that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll go to the Isle of Joys and see if we can figure out what this contingency plan is and if we can use it to defeat Mehrunes Dagon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.